Hello everyone, I'm Arunima from Knit and in this video I'm going to show you how to surface crochet. So surface crochet is a technique where you use another strand of yarn. So there is a base and you have a strand of yarn which you use to make designs on top of your base fabric. So here I have this swatch, which is a single crochet swatch, and I'm going to show you a quick and easy way of making a couple of things. I'll do a line and I'll do a freehand so you can see how to do it. So let's get started. To begin with, you just need your second strand of yarn, usually a contrast, or you can do whichever color you like, but I have mostly used it as with a contrasting color. And you have to start with a slip knot. What you have to do is you pick up your fabric and say I want to make a line just right here. So I'm going to insert my hook here, pull the slip knot from behind through here, and that's the beginning. Once I have that, I'm going to just insert my hook in the next space that I find. So I'm going to make a surface crochet line and this line, and this is convenient because I have these little spaces here in between stitches, so I'm just going to make use of them. I will show you a freehand technique after this, so you won't have to really worry about them going in the right spaces, but it's easy to learn with going through the spaces that exist. So here I'm going to insert my hook into the next space, and at the back I'm going to grab my yarn and just pull through. Make sure this is nice and loose, it's not tight, and then make a slip stitch. So that is my first stitch in my surface crochet. Now I'm going to find the next space, which is this one, insert my hook, go to the back, yarn over, pull through, again nice and loose. I'm going to make a slip stitch. So this will look like a chain on this side and it will be this thin line on the other side. I'm going to make a few more of these and you'll see how they look. So yarn over, pull through, slip stitch, then insert, yarn over, pull through. So this might take some practice to learn because the way I hold my hook and the way I move my hook, the way I maneuver my yarn at the back is very different from regular crochet. So you'll have to practice a little to find what's comfortable for you, but once you get the hang of it, it's very easy to do. It's easier to do on smaller pieces of fabric, but if you have a larger fabric, then it's harder because you have to handle a large piece of fabric and you have to yarn over at the back and all of that. It can get a little cumbersome, but this is pretty much all there is to it. So I have this one beautiful chain that I've surface crocheted, and if you look at the back, this is a nice thin line. Again, if you could totally use this technique and surface crochet on the reverse side if you want something like this at the front. It's totally up to you, but this is how you make a surface crochet stitch. And to complete this, you just have to snip your yarn, pull through, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my hook from the other side, yarn over, and pull through. So this is one line of surface crochet, and I can just weave in my ends here and that will complete it. So this is very simple because it's a straight line. A lot of people use this to make alphabets or very intricate patterns on their on their fabric. I have also used it to freehand and make some, say, Christmas lights where the string that is attached to the lights is free-handed. So I'm just going to show you how I did that. So I'm just going to make a slip knot, and I don't have a straight line, I don't have a pattern for this. I'm just going to show you how I do it. So I'm going to start, say, at the top here, pull this slip knot through, and then I'm just going to find some, I'm going to make a wavy pattern, and you'll see how that goes. I'm just going to find the next space that I find. It doesn't have to be in between stitches, it does not have to be the right spot. There is no right spot, so you just find a space that you find that you want to make your stitch in, or the direction that you want to go in. Yarn over, pull through, and just pull through here, make a slip stitch. So I'm going to do that again here. Found another spot, and I'm going downwards in a slant. I want to come back up, but I want it to be not a V, so I'm going to make another slip stitch at the same level, and then I'm going to start going up. So I don't really have a pattern in mind. I don't have a stitch that I've identified where I'm going to make my surface crochet stitch in. So I'm just trying to make a wave, and I'm sort of getting it. And the best part about this is that if I don't like what I've made, so this is what I have, I just freehanded that, but if I don't like what I have, I can just pull and get rid of all of that I just made. So that's pretty much all there is to surface crochet. You just have to make sure that you have your stitches on the right side, because the wrong side and right side look different, and you have to make sure that your tension is correct, because if you make them too tight, that will bunch up your fabric, and that is something that that is undesirable. And you can do it in a straight line, you can freehand it, you can make alphabets, you can do a bunch of stuff with this. So if you decide to use this technique, I'd love to see what you've made with it. Please leave me a message or send me a note by email, and I would really like that. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.